That wasn't nothing but the goddamn devil. Boy, I tell you, I tell you. But let's continue. Even him who's coming is at the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. You see? So these people right here who you see at the top right there, they coming is at the working of Satan. You see? But let's go back to it. Let's finish wrap it on up. You see, Luke 22 and verse 31. And the Lord said to Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you that he may sift you as wheat. What? To overthrow your faith, to put doubt in your head. You see? You see? To agitate inwardly your mind. But I have prayed for thee that thy faith fail not. And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. You see? Yahushua is only praying for the elect. You see? That's why he made that statement. It says that who the Father had given me, I shall lose none. You see? If I'm not mistaken, I think it's in Luke John 17 chapter. You see? But let's go get this. Let's get this one too. Right? That First Peter, right? Chapter 5 and verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, who? The adversary, because your adversary, the devil. Who is that devil? It's the same time about same one. Who is the devil is talking about? Let's grab this one. Let's grab this word. The devil. It says because your adversary is the devil. You think who you think it's talking about? You think it's talking about Ashatan? Think it's talking about Hashatan, Satan, the left hand side angel? It ain't talking about him. It's talking about his counterpart on earth, the nation of Edom, your adversary. Because your adversary, the devil, let's go get it. Diablos. And what it's going to say? It's going to say what? It says prone to slander, slanderous, accusing falsely, a culminator, false accuser, slander, metaphorically, applied to a man who by opposing the cause of Yahweh may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. You see that? And it's talking about them, these Edomites, a man, woman, and child of these nation of Edom. They the devil. They the motherfucking devil and Satan. That's what it's talking about. You see? You saw what it says like Satan? It said a Satan like man. That's why I read 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 8, where it tells you that what? Those that be said to act a part of him. You see? You see what going back to this thing, but it says that here. It says what metaphorically applied to a man or a woman for this matter, who by opposing the cause of Yahweh, and this is opposing the cause of Yahweh, telling his people that you're not the Israelites. Telling his people that, Deuteronomy, well, it's other people, nations of people that went into captivity. So how you know it's not talking about them? Are they Israelites? No, they're not. So it ain't talking about them. You see? But like the young sister said at the bottom, you ain't had no business on there with them. You ain't had no business on there with that goddamn devil. You see? Because she doing what she was doing what she was created to do. See? Opposing the cause of Yahweh may be said to act a part of the devil or to side with him. See? That's why I said that in 2 Thessalonians. You see? That's why I said that. You see? So going back to it, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. It says what? Whom resist. You're supposed to resist them. You're not supposed to have nothing to do with them. You see? Just like he said in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse, 11? You see? Let me grab that real quick. Hey, we ain't ignorant of these motherfucking devil's devices, man. They know tricky ass schemes. You see? You ain't fooling us with that shit. Let's grab it. 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 11. And what it says, what? Lest Satan should get an advantage of us. What Satan is talking about? Once again, you think it's talking about the left-hand side angel Satan? It's not talking about him. It's talking about these fucking red devils. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You see? Man, when you go into that word devices, it's going to tell you what? Watch this. Watch this. And that bullshit ass shit stopped on me. That shit pissed me off. Of his devices. It says no Ema. Let's see how they say it.
Strong's G 3540, Naima.
Naima. And it says what? A mental perception, thought, an evil purpose, that which thinks, the mind, thoughts or purpose. You see? And then it says what? It says a perception, Strong's definition, a perception, purpose, or by implication, the intellect, disposition itself, device, mind, thought. But let's go up real quick. Let's go back up, right? Because it says we are not ignorant of his devices. Basically, it's his tricks, his evil schemes. You see, like it says in NLT, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. You see, with his tricks. You see, and this is an evil scheme right here. You see, by this devil. Just sit back and smile in your face, knowing damn well she don't like none of y'all. Hate the hell out of y'all. You see? But let's go back and read that again. 1 Peter 5 and verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Whom resist, stand fast in the faith. It says what? Whom? You're supposed to resist him. If they tell you, hey, would you like to come on my podcast and talk about how you know y'all the Israelites and all this shit? Say no. It's just that simple. No. We ain't gotta prove nothing to these damn devils. They was the ones that took your identity. That's why you don't know who the fuck you is. Because why? They stripped your forefathers and put that fear in them so they wouldn't pass your heritage down to you. The knowledge of knowing who you is. And now that this has been given back to you by the power of Yahweh Shem Shai, now they going out to do what? You see, to go do what? To do the same thing that they initially started, to take your identity from you. That shit ain't gonna work that day. Them days is over. Verse 9 again, 1 Peter 5 and 9. Whom resist? It says resist. You see? Don't have nothing to do with them. You see? What does it say? What is that? Ephesians? Matter of fact, let me grab that too. What is that? Ephesians 5 and 10, I think. Let me see. Ephesians 5 and I think it's 10. No, it's 11, I think. Yeah. Let's start at 10. It says what? You know what? Let's start at 8. Why not? Ephesians 5 and 8. For ye were sometimes in darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord. Yahweh Shem Shai. Walk as children of light, for the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth, proving what is acceptable unto Yahweh, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. You ain't supposed to have nothing to do with that fucking devil ass bitch. You see? They are not children of the light. They are the children of the dark. You see? They are not of the day. You see? They not children of the light. We are. That's the Israelites. They are the children of the dark, the wicked, Edom, the children of death. You see? But let's grab this one also in 2 Corinthians. You ain't supposed to have nothing to do with these goddamn people. When they try to invite you on their little podcasts to try to get some fee, no, fuck you. Tell them hell no. No, thank you. You see? 2 Corinthians 6 and 14. It says, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? The Israelites as a whole, but not on this side. Only the elect is the righteous Israelites. Those that repent and turn it back to Yahweh Shem Shai. But in the kingdom, we all gonna be righteous. Every last Israelite is gonna be righteous in the kingdom. You see? But what? With the unrighteous. Who is the unrighteous? These damn Edomites. They the unrighteous. You see? And what communion had light with darkness? You are the children of the light. You ain't supposed to have nothing to do with the children of the dark. Nothing. Nothing. You ain't supposed to have nothing to do with them. Nothing. At all. You see? And then y'all sitting up, talking to these goddamn devils. For what? You ain't got nothing to prove to them. You acknowledge that you the Israelites, and that's that. And leave it at that. You ain't got nothing to prove to these devils. You see? These devils know you the Israelites. They just despise you for you knowing that you're the Israelites. They always knew you was the Israelites. You see? They despise that shit because they ultimately they know that the time is up. And they ask, and you about to have the upper hand over them. These sisters on this panels in the kingdom, you gonna have your foot on that bitch neck. That bitch gonna be walking on her hands and knees and scrubbing the palaces that your husbands possess. She gonna be scrubbing your floors on her damn hands and knees, man. You see? That bitch despise y'all. You see, she despises the fuck out of y'all. But let's go back to it and wrap it up. Right? You ain't supposed to have no fellowship with these motherfuckers, man. None. But let's get it and move on. Right? Reading it again. 1 Peter 5 and 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Whom resist. What? Resist. What? Resist. Steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. But it says what? Stand fast, steadfast. That means unmovable in the faith. You're supposed to resist these devils because they what is their job is to do what? What did he say in Luke 22? What did he say in verse 31 when he said to Peter? Because the devil as a roaring lion walketh about seeking whom he may devour. But what did he say? But I have prayed for thee that thy faith fail thee not. That's what they want to take away from you, your faith. You see? Because without that, you ain't going to make it. Without that, you ain't going to make it. So they want to take that. They're the damn devil, man. You see? And what did Yahushua say? Let's get it. James chapter 4 and verse 7. You know, but let me see real quick. Let's start at 6. James 4 and 6. But he giveth more grace, wherefore he said, Yahweh resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble. Submit yourselves therefore to Yahweh, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. You see that? Resist him. When these devils be always telling, can you come on my show and I'll pay you? Say no, thank you. No, thank you. I already got other prior engagements to make to deal with. No, thank you. No, thank you. Well, I'll pay you. I'll pay you $500 for your time. No, thank you. Might sound good. No, thank you. I'll give you $1,000 if you just come in. No, thank you. No, thank you. Hell, Yahweh Shem Shah, give your ass $1,000. You see, stay away from these motherfucking devils. And I'm going to end it off there, giving all honor and praise and glory to Yahweh Shem Shah, Ba'ashem, Ka, Ha, Kodash. Shalom to the hopeful elect of Yahweh Shem Shah, Wa, Abba, Babal, Wa, Barakatham, Yasharallah.